guys, welcome back to TTT Wrestling. We're at Extreme Rules. And we're both tired, god damn it. Oh, go ahead, Tim. You take lead this time.
Okay,
Tim's gonna take
time
lead.
To get extreme. I'm gonna take the lead. Am I gonna take the lead? I've never taken the lead.
Well, you're taking it today.
Okay, I'll take the lead. We're taking it today. Alright, well, we're coming up to Extreme Rules. We have a couple of good matches, a couple of weird matches. Let's start from the get-go. Let's start with the Women's SmackDown Championship match, which is between Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. And
yes,
I feel pretty certain that Becky is going to retain.
I think so too. I think this is like the Becky that they wanted to have when they had started her with the man to be a heel at the time.
I agree. I agree. This is where they wanted to take her, and also it would the whole debacle last time would be completely weird if Bianca went in and took it back. Like
yeah, it would be definitely. I mean, she's big bucks Becky now. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know if they are planning on something with. Like I said, I would not be surprised if they were planning eventually something with Becky and Seth Rollins versus maybe, I don't know, Edge and Beth. I don't know what they have in mind, but yeah, I agree that this is the Becky Lynch they wanted as a villain back in the day.
Yeah, I mean,
or as a heel back in the day.
But it was like everyone was always so frustrated with the whole situation back then. I was like, oh yeah, we wanted that, but now it's like, you're acting like a little bitch now, Becky.
Yeah. So again, I'm pretty sure Becky. I think it's going to be a fine match. I mean, I don't think we've seen Bianca have a bad match yet, and Becky is amazing. So if they actually have a match,
they actually have a match. I'm saying if they actually matched each other, it'd be great.
I'm sure this will be great. But yeah, I think Becky is going to retain it. I also think Becky should retain it based on everything. I mean,
yeah, definitely,
if
I agree.
have to make this whole return work, then they can't just immediately switch the title back. Not on the very first defense. That would be very, very weird.
It would be, yes.
The next match is now a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship with Damian Priest defending against Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. I don't really know why Sheamus needed to be in there, but it's not.
He's in there.
A bad thing. It's hardly a bad thing. Jeff Hardy is, when he's not, too doped up to know where he is. Jeff Hardy is still an amazing wrestler, and I mean, we talked about last time that Priest and Sheamus would be. I mean, we wanted more matches between them, just because the match at SummerSlam was awesome, fantastic, really. One of the highlights of the night. So yeah, I think this is going to be good. Again, Priest should retain.
I don't see why he would not.
No, again, they're building him up like that. Sheamus isn't getting it back. At this point, Jeff doesn't need the title. Not right now, at any rate.
This is true. So,
yeah, I would see Damian Priest.
But I think it's going to be a good three-way.
This could be... Oh, absolutely. Again, these are three really good wrestlers. I mean, again, had you asked me 5 years ago with Sheamus, I would have said, I could do without him, but I don't know what has happened, but I think he's been incredibly revitalized in the last 2 or 3 years. I really enjoy seeing him wrestle now.
Agreed. Totally agree with that.
Damian Priest retaining, probably by pinning Sheamus, and then he can have a match with Hardy. or something like that. But it's going to be good, I am sure. Match number 3.
Yay,
Liv
3.
Morgan versus Carmella.
I don't know nothing about this backstory. Sorry, guys.
I have no idea what this is about either.
No
I
idea.
Mean, this is a match where I'm like, why does this match exist? I don't mind. I have said many times before that I like it when when pay-per-views are not only the big title matches or
Yeah,
the
like regular matches. Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day there was always like 2 or 3 of these where it was just like, okay, because these have had a feud.
It's kind of like these kind of remind me of like those starter matches, like when you go to a concert and they're trying to like prep you up, so they give you like the starter before the big shows or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, both of these women are like great wrestlers, so this could be a great match.
And I mean, I'm sure
if it goes long enough, anyway.
Well, there is that. But I mean, they were building up Liv Morgan for before Money in the Bank, when it turned out to be
Nikki.
What's her name?
Nikki.
Nikki Cross, and back in those days instead. I mean, maybe they're rebuilding Liv Morgan now. Beating Carmella would be a good step towards a title match.
Yeah, maybe
against whoever. I could see that, but again, I also just like having. I like the idea that not every match on a pay-per-view has to be either a title match or a long-term coming grudge match or a spectacle match necessarily.
Like, I think they do have some kind of a grudge match, but like I said, I've been paying close attention to SmackDown, so I don't know. I've been kind of busy with kids and the school and shit.
I don't know where this is coming from. They apparently been feuding for a little while, but yeah, and I've been dealing with it. It doesn't matter that much. The point is they're going to have a match. I think it's going to be I don't know if it's going to be a great match, but I think it's going to be a good, at least entertaining match, if they are given, enough time to actually do anything. I like this. Let's have more of those matches. Let's have more. It's a good way to also build up a certain wrestler.
Yeah, this is true.
For instance, remember someone like, I mean, I know this is the old days, but someone like Goldberg, back when he first came up. I mean, we know the 100 and however many matches in a row without defeat, but it took him almost, I think, 7 months to build up to the first title, and then a year for the world title. So I mean, and he kept having pay-per-view matches in the meanwhile. These are pretty good ways of building up a feud, and that's what happened in the old days. I mean, back in the 80s, I know the 80s were a different time, but back in the 80s, you would never have one of these things. You would have like maybe 1 or 2 title matches, and then a bunch of, build up these people or have these people feud. Nowadays, it's like, if you don't have a title, the odds of you being on title match, the odds of you being on a pay-per-view, unless it happens to be, Mania or SummerSlam, are extremely low, and I think that's a bit sad, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure Liv Morgan is going to win this one. I don't see the logic of giving it to Carmella.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like thinking like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
if they're trying to build her up anyway, she should win.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
I mean, Carmella don't really need the build up. She already was like a women's champion, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my point. I mean, if they wanted Carmella to challenge for a title, Carmella will challenge for a title. Liv Morgan is the one who needs a win here, if they want to do something with her. Anyway, Liv Morgan's probably going to be a good match. Then we have the Tag Team Championship match for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The Usos versus the Street Profits.
Well, they've been going at it.
They've been going at it, and it's going to be a good match. Again, I said last time that the Usos is probably the best tag team currently in the company, at least on the main roster, unless possibly New Day. Street
Well, they're
Profits
the
might actually also be up there in that
yeah. Street
at that
Profits are
level.
definitely like earning their keep
They
as
are also
being
just
very
very
good
as a tag
as
team.
a new tag team. Yeah, like
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah. So this
So I
one,
think this is going to be a good match. This one, I think it all depends on the Universal Championship match. But just because I'm an optimistic mark, don't say it. I am going to say that the Street Profits are going to take it.
I was gonna think the same thing. I don't know like how they're gonna take it. I don't know if it's gonna be like some shenanigans. They're gonna take it clean,
Yeah.
but I think
They
they're
might
gonna
also,
take it clean.
yeah. I also don't know if they're actually going to get the titles. They might, win by DQ.
Disqualification.
But I think the Street Profits are going to come out of this
The
at
winners.
least officially.
The winners. Will they get the belt? Who knows?
Yeah, I think they are, and I think this could be like the surprise, not necessarily the match of the evening, but this could be the dark horse candidate for that, just because both these teams are very good at what they do. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm really looking forward to this one.
So this will be a good match.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a really good match. I mean, a little while ago, it was like the Street Profits. It was like, yeah, they're okay, but no, they've always been good, but they've really improved over the last year
Ever
as
since
well.
ever since they got to the main roster, they've been improving a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, they had a championship run earlier, of course, and they are very good. These are the kinds of teams you should build we have mentioned it many times before, especially me. The tag team division really needs improvement, or at least it really needs more teams. The Usos, the New Day, and the Street Profits. That's what you build a tag team division around. Then you can have the power team like the Viking Raiders, but build a tag team division around teams like that, and you can't go wrong. It's just that there's only 3 of them right now.
Unfortunately.
Rather than the 6, 7, or maybe even 8 teams you need of that thing.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, a team like Ascension could do wonders these days, or hell, if they hadn't been idiotic enough to get rid of what was they were called, the no flips, only fists, something. Damn, I'm tired. Doesn't matter. There's been a couple of good tag teams that have been let go in the last couple of years, and I think it's sad. But Usos versus Street Profits will be very good, and I think Street Profits is going to take it.
Next victims.
That'll be Charlotte Flair defending the WWE Raw Women's Champions versus Alexa Bliss, or more specifically, it's going to be Lily versus Charlie, I guess. Man, I want a fight where Charlotte and Alexa are on commentary and the two puppets are just beating each other in the ring.
That'd be great. Not gonna happen, but that'd be great.
That'll be great. I don't know this one.
Yeah, this one. I don't even know how this was gonna. I mean, I would love for Alexa Bliss to win.
The way they have been building up Alexa screams that it's going to be Alexa, right?
Yeah, but
they almost have to.
But it's WWE and I mean, this one to me, this is baffling for me. I'll be honest with you. I have I think it's gonna be a good match because I think both of these. I mean, they've been out before and they're amazing, and they've also had some great match exactly. And I think the last thing of Charlotte Flair was like, I want the old Alexa Black back. You know, whatever. Yeah. It's like I want her old, but I don't want this little girl thing back. Whatever. So who knows? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where this is going.
I don't know where this is going either because I don't know.
involved. I mean, it's an Alexa match. No matter what happens, there will be some kind of shenanigans. I am going to say Alexa Bliss is going to win it. Again, I don't know if there's going to be a title change, but just based on how they have built up Alexa ever since Mania, basically, I don't see what Alexa Bliss defeat
Well, I feel like,
would do right now.
yeah. Also, I don't feel like if Alexa Bliss loses, like, what is his character? Like, this character
Yeah.
needs to like have some like a championship now. Like, it's been a while,
Exactly.
and it needs a
this-
championship. It needs.
That's been the build-up, right? That's what I mean. And again, Charlotte doesn't need the title. Again,
She really don't.
Charlotte, she can always get the title back. Charlotte is one of those who's like her father until he, got too old. But like her father, Charlotte will continue to be like the best female wrestler in the world. You can disagree on that one, and I don't even know if I agree on it, but
Was definitely one of the tops. We'll say that.
A character perspective, she will be one who will immediately go in and be a favorite to win the title whenever she gets the chance.
Yeah, I mean she's.
For at least another decade. At the very least, another decade.
Oh, definitely. She
Um,
don't need to worry about that. So I feel like Alexa Bliss has to win. Because
yeah,
I mean,
at this
at this point, it's like you're just building up this character for what?
at least since Mania.
You know,
I
you're
mean,
building up this
probably
Alexa
even
character,
before
which
that.
I love, but I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
like
me too.
okay. I'm like okay, what's enough with the doll or something like that? Like get them championship, give Lily a championship. I don't know, whatever. But she
mean,
needs
Alexa
I feel like she needs the belt.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Also, I think she deserves the belt because damn, she has been entertaining.
No, she really has. I mean, I love it. A
So
lot of people don't
Alexa
like it,
as,
but I mean,
Alexa as Raw Women's Champion, Lily as Raw's Dolls Champion.
Yep.
Or Puppet Champion. That we can get behind. I think Alexa is going to win. I don't know if she's going to get the title, but I have to assume she will. Because I don't know what the point would be in not giving it to her.
exactly.
And the main event, well, we don't know if it's the main event, but I assume the main event of the evening, an Extreme Rules match for the WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman defends against the Demon Finn Balor. And yes, he is in his demon form this time, and that is the only thing that makes me believe that they might actually pull the trigger and give it to Balor.
That'll be interesting.
I don't think the Demon has ever actually lost a match.
I don't think so either. And if they did, man, I think people would be so pissed off.
It's so obvious that the time has come. At this point, it's like
I mean,
cannot not take the title off Roman at this point. Everything. I mean, you have the fight coming up with Brock at the Crown Jewel.
yeah.
You cannot have another championship title match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. You cannot do that, guys.
They can do whatever they want. That's fine.
Yeah, and they will. I mean, I have said this ever since Mania that it's about time to take the title off Reigns, and WWE's.
They don't listen to
obviously.
you. They're like, who the
No,
fuck is
they
Tim?
don't.
We're not listening
Yeah,
to Tim.
and I'm very disappointed
Yeah.
in them. I am just saying the fact that it's the Demon, the fact that it would make sense for Roman and Brock to have a spectacle match without the title on the line. On the other hand, it might also, it's like, well, Saudi Arabia, it's always a spectacle. You need to have the champion there, and it has to be Roman.
I mean, for me, it's just like if you're gonna have the demon,
Yes, that is what I'm basing it on. If you're actually going to bring back
The Demon.
for the first time in
for like
when was the last time?
I
we
have
saw
no
the
idea, a long time.
years.
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 A while.
Including the NXT.
Yeah, it's been a
uh,
while,
stint.
and then you have
Been a
Roman Reigns
long
beat the
time.
Demon. Oh hell no!
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of people gonna lose
Yeah.
their minds.
And again, I just think it could be really interesting to do the table or the bloodline or whatever they're calling that stable now as the chasers,
Yeah.
rather than the title.
Which I think is a
scene.
good
And-
idea than to be chasing at least Roman anyway.
Yeah, and especially because it's also like, well, we are the best, the head of the table, acknowledge us, blah blah blah. Suddenly, if you're no longer that, there are other stories to tell because you've been telling the same story about Roman now for more than a year.
Which is getting tiresome.
It is getting tiresome because there has been no change in the storyline. It's not because I mind Roman Reigns. It's not because I mind Roman Reigns as a champion. It's because I feel like WWE has screwed up the most obvious storytelling, and at this point, it's just getting boring.
I agree.
It's the same. It's the same story. It's the same match every time, and it's the same outcome.
I think
and it's like,
they should give it to the
why?
Demon. Because
Yeah,
if they
I
don't,
agree.
I think if they don't give it to the
because,
Demon, it's just gonna I mean, people are gonna just be angry. I mean, people are angry anyway, but they're just gonna be angry, and they have every right to be because
I know your point. I know what you mean. Also, right now, with the amount of talent they're losing to AEW,
yeah, they can't afford that.
I'm not saying WWE is losing like the viewer wars because they are not. They're still AEW's, despite all the people they're getting. AEW's ratings are upward bound, but still fairly stable. But if WWE pisses people off too much, that could change very quickly. I mean, it maybe not be 1997 all over again, but I think Vince would be stupid to assume that it couldn't be, at the very least.
Alright, well,
I'm going to have
going
to
to go
go
with the
it.
Demon.
We're going with the Demon just because we have faith in the fact that WWE is not entirely insane, which is probably a mistake. But we're going with the Demon anyway. Just because I think that's how it's going. That's how it's going to be. Yeah, I think that's it basically. That was all the matches, right?
Are
I
you
don't
listening to
think
me?
I
Or are you
missed
just too busy talking?
I didn't hear you say anything.
I said
Go
something.
on.
You just kept talking and talking and talking because you know you have a loud voice and you don't shut up. Just kidding. Anyway, I thought there was one more match. Wasn't Big
there
E
one
going to Bobby Lashley?
I haven't heard of Big E versus Bobby Lashley.
I mean, I don't know. It would make sense, but this I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
okay, say Big E's gonna keep his title. If that was the case, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking at the match list as I can find it, and I can't see that as a match. So I guess they're just not having
And that
as a
match,
right now?
maybe I don't know. But you know, sometimes
I mean,
sometimes they'll just throw in a match. Who knows? But anyways,
yeah, and I mean, we also have we also have a SmackDown to go.
yep, this is true.
Of course. So it's difficult to say until Friday. So maybe we'll just have that. I was wondering why Big E didn't have a match. Honestly.
All right, guys. Well, that is it
For now.
for now. We will see you guys next time. After, don't forget Sunday.
Yeah. And then yeah, after that it will be Crown Jewel, I think.
Yeah,
But let's get this one over with first.
run and done. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.